Okay, let's try this again. Okay, we're gonna be a little crooked because for whatever reason, this tripod don't want to act right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Okay, is it better now? I don't know why this phone. Maybe this phone is trying to update because it don't want to work. But I wanted to use this phone because I had certain things saved there that I didn't have on here. So it's a couple of things that I want to talk about. Let me see if I can find it because I want to be accurate. I don't want to put words in nobody's mouth. When I say this, I want to read exactly what the person said. I'm pretty sure I can find it. So it looks like the little baby, the baby, or whoever he is now, the baby is getting backlash for that stuff that he said. Now, it's okay when, you know, people that don't have any power, like myself, when I come on here and make these videos, people just look at the videos and be like, oh, okay, well, some random person has an opinion about what happened. But when big name celebrities, big artists, big people in the industry start to come out and make comments, this is when you start to get into some trouble. So it looks like Elton John, Sir Elton John, the Elton John, Elton John says HIV, misinformation, and homophobia have no place in the music industry in response to the baby. He said HIV, misinformation, and homophobia have no place in the music industry. We must break down the stigma around HIV and not spread it. As musicians, it's our job to bring people together. And this is from the Elton John AIDS Foundation. Like, I didn't even know that Elton John had an AIDS foundation, but come on, Elton. We've been shocked to read about the HIV misinformation and homophobic statements made at a recent The Baby show. This fuels stigma and discrimination and is the opposite of what our world needs to fight the AIDS epidemic. And this was tweeted by Elton John. HIV has affected over 70 million people globally, men, women, children, and the most vulnerable people in our communities. In America, a gay black man has a 50% lifetime chance of contracting HIV. Stigma and shame around HIV and homosexuality is a huge driver of this vulnerability. We need to break down the myths and judgments and not fuel these. He also said you can live a long and healthy life with HIV. Treatment is so advanced that with one pill a day, HIV can become undetectable in your body so you can't pass it on to other people. Homophobic and HIV mistruths have no place in our society and industry. And as musicians, we must spread compassion and love for the most marginalized people in our community. A musician's job is to bring people together. So, after Elton John, I guess after he came out with that statement, then Boohoo Man announced they will no longer be working with the baby following his rolling loud comments. Boohoo Man, which I guess is a designer, condemned the use of homophobic language and confirms we will no longer be working with the baby. Diversity and inclusion are part of the Boohoo Group's DNA, and we pride ourselves on representing the diverse customers we serve across the globe. We stand by and support the LGBT community and do not tolerate hate speech or discrimination in any form. So I guess this was the fashion line. I don't know if y'all can see that with the glare, but you can go in the shade room and look it up. That was the fashion line that the baby was working with this company. See how disloyal this wind is? God, like my tripod, I need to get a stronger tripod for when I'm outside. Um, Freedom of speech is free, but consequences comes with that freedom. You're not just gonna be out here saying whatever you want to say and expect nothing to happen to you. So now I think the baby has posted an apology, but I think his apology came too late. See, when people first tell you that you messed up, okay, I did put something on my hair, but it don't look like it, but I did. When people first tell you that you messed up, that's when you supposed to apologize. You don't you don't double down on what you did and then come back later and apologize. You can't do that in this social media age. In the age that we live in, when somebody tell you that you did something, you need to apologize then if you're a celebrity. If it's somebody like me, like, I don't have as much to lose at this point as the baby does. So if I say something that people don't like, it's totally different than someone saying something that people don't like and they have millions of followers. And your whole livelihood is at stake. And cancel culture is real. A lot of people feel like, oh, cancel culture is real. But if a lot of your fan base is in the LGBT community, a lot of people that follow you are in that community, and you disrespect that community, then who you gonna get? Because you can't get the people in my community because we not listening to you. We Like I was trying to tell my husband what happened, and my husband was like, "Who? A baby did that?" I was like, "No, babe, the rapper, the baby," and he was like, "Okay, who cares?" And I only care because I'm out here in these streets. Okay, I may be 56, but I'm out here in these streets. I got to find out what everybody is doing. I'm nosy like that. And so I know what's happening. But the majority of people my age don't know who the baby is. Not, I can't tell you not one the baby song, not one. If somebody held me right now and said, "You got to what is it?" I don't know, child. Now I know what he looked like, but I don't know none of his music. But when you start to offend the people that do know your music, that's when you start to mess up. Like you really messed up. And I really think that I think he did the wrong thing, child. So he came out with a little half-ass apology and was like, I ain't mean to hurt y'all feelings. If y'all feelings was hurt, that's on you, basically. Because these young people, don't know how to apologize. They don't know how to. Am I on the right one? Yeah. Shut up, girl. Um, Old Phoenix said the baby deserves all the smoke. He do. He do. She said, I wonder why people aren't addressing the misogyny. Girl, tell me, cause I don't know him like that. To be honest, I really don't. Yeah, cancel culture, it's real. But see, you got to really touch somebody. You got to get under the right person's skin to really get canceled. And this is something that you can get canceled behind. One thing you can't mess with, you cannot mess with that LGBT community. You piss off the wrong person in the LGBT, and you about to be in some trouble. Let me go back and read. Oh, and say hi to y'all. Hi, Perfectionist Nails by Tisha. Hey, girl. Oh, girl, I know you hate me. I know you looking at my nails and like, girl, why? What happened? That's okay, because I'm going to fix them today because they do look bad. I'm out here in these streets looking bad, y'all. Like, I'm, like, what this guy say I be watching on YouTube? Every time somebody mess up, he say they down bad. I'm down bad. Ooh, I'm out here in these streets looking crazy. Miss it you anchor, my girl Phoenix. It's interesting though that Elton John chose to spotlight the baby when white men are homophobic and say ignorant things about black people and AIDS. So I wonder about his intent a little. Well, you know they gonna do that because some of that is, you know, some of it, of course, is racially motivated because, of course, anytime a black man or a black woman does something out of character, it is, of course, blown up. But I really think that this is one of those situations that should be blown up. Like I do in this situation, I do agree with Elton John because I think that the baby has gotten to a point where he really feels like he can say anything he wants to say and it's okay. And it's really not. It's not okay for you to get up in a concert and say things like that that offend an entire group of people, you know, and make it seem like only dirty people get AIDS, only dirty people get HIV when there are people born with AIDS. Hey, honey, there are people born with AIDS and HIV. Hey, Chris. So yeah, I just didn't that part of the whole situation. And if your vagina smells like water, for one, what does water smell like? Does water have a scent? Does water have an odor? Like, and he was saying, well, you know, I just said those things as a call to action. So if your teeth don't have no plaque, put your phones up. If your vagina smell like water, put your phones up. If you didn't come here with the dirty AIDS and HIV, put your phones up. Like that makes absolutely no sense. If you wasn't born with astigmatism and have to wear glasses, put your phones up. Cause I can't be having no blind people at my concert. Like what? That makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, if your hair, if you came here with your natural hair and it's nappy, put your phones up. A call to action for what? What does vagina smelling like water? So all of the people who have normal smelling vaginas can't put their phones up because all vaginas don't smell like water. No vagina smells like water. Dummy. There's not a vagina on this planet that smells like water. Plus, we all smell different. We all have different body chemistries. We all have different body makeups. Every woman in this world is going through something different hormonally. My body at 56 is going to smell different than a woman's body in her 20s. Her pH balance is going to be stronger than mine because her body is still fertile in producing different hormones that my body is no longer producing. But neither one of us smell like water because to me, water has no. In this new water, it ain't been tainted. Nothing. I don't smell nothing. So that was dumb in itself. Just to even say that. And I mean, he just made one dumb statement after another. The vagina smelling like water, the dirty, you know. And then he said, I wasn't talking about, you know, the regular people that that have AIDS. I was talking about the nasty people. What? He said something like I was talking about the nasty people, like the people that do drugs and stuff and get AIDS. I don't know. Like, I don't understand him. I don't understand where he was coming from. Thank you, Chris. I don't understand. Thank you for joining. And I'm gonna talk. Excuse me. I'm gonna talk about the membership too, um, a little bit later on after we finish talking about this. I mean, hey, and yeah, he went overboard. It was that fact that he made it seem as if his career status as a rapper makes it okay to be vulgar and insensitive. Right. Like, because I'm a celebrity, I can say anything I want and disrespect an entire group of people. Like, people with diseases are sensitive. Like, I'm extremely sensitive when I hear about people, who have sickle cell who are being disrespected in hospitals and stuff and, not being treated properly, not being, given enough pain medicine and stuff. I'm very sensitive when it comes to that. So I can imagine, maybe someone who follows the baby having HIV or AIDS, and then he says something like that. Like, yeah, that would seriously hurt my feelings. And I wouldn't want to support him anymore. And I'm not saying that people are not going to support him, but I would think that if you had HIV or AIDS, or if you were in the LGBT community, I would really, you know, if I was in that community, or, I would really think twice about supporting him in any way. And he needs to understand that people will get together and blackball you. Like, you will be blackballed in the industry. Like, people may still buy your music, but you will be blackballed in the industry. The powers that be, when I say they, I mean the powers that be, can like really hurt him because he's not that much of an established artist not to be cut down. You could just be another washed up rapper like the rest of these rappers. You He only has one album. Whole head blew up, and we're over his music anyway. It all sounds the same. To me, all of these rappers that, you know, right now, all their music sound the same. It's just a bunch of you can't understand what they saying and all that. That's it. That's it. And all of their money is around their neck, in their mouth, or on the, girl, you know I've been telling y'all that I was gonna drop my album. Okay? I've been telling you. All I'm doing now is, waiting for my ankle to feel better so I can be out here dancing and stuff. I've been telling you that I was gonna drop my mixtape. Okay? All I gotta do is just pull some of that stuff out my archives. I got all kind of I got enough for a whole album. I could shut the whole music industry down. Okay? And I'm gonna have my grandkids on stage. Like one of my grandsons is a dancer. I'm gonna have my grandkids on stage. They gonna be out here. Sure would. I sure would. Right. At least I would be rapping about something that would make sense. I would feed y'all spirit. I would be like Erica Badu out here. I wish Erica Badu would come back. But she busy though. She out here delivering babies and stuff. She out here living her best life. Do your thing, girl. I would have my crystals. I would be out here blessing people. Like, if somebody run up on the stage, I would hit them with the selenite wand. Girl. I'd be throwing crystals out in the audience. My concert would be lit. Do you hear me? It would be lit. I would be throwing crystals and charged water, just all kind of stuff. But honey, I know the baby is like, God dog, I done messed up. I done messed up my I done messed up my sponsor, my clothing sponsor. Oh, and Nike has I know Shakari, man, child, because Nike released one of their Olympic commercials, and it's one of the other girls that's running, and they got her little boy like in the stands doing like this little countdown, and she running. I'm like, that could have been you, Shakari. Well, minus the baby. But that could have been Shakari running for Nike. But now, girl, you had to go out here and be out here smoking and carrying on. Now they done put somebody else in a Nike commercial. Lord, I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad that this girl went out here and done messed up for all of us. What other? Oh, Will Smith is playing Venus and Serena's daddy in their biopic. Look like it's gonna be released by HBO, Warner Brothers, but it looked like it's gonna be at the movies and released to HBO. But Will Smith is playing the daddy. Look like it's gonna be good. I knew that eventually they were going to, cause don't they already have one movie about them? Or am I tripping? I thought I already saw a movie about them before. But this looked like it's gonna be good. Will Smith is playing their dad. So I most definitely uh will be checking that out. It looked like it's gonna really be good. They released the official trailer, um, I guess today. So I had an opportunity to check that out. Okay, so let's get some of the gossip out the way before we talk about anything serious. Let's do the gossip. So look like blove family got the COVID. Well, her son definitely got it. And they just had a meet and greet. And remember that young lady that I was telling you did uh, the collab with Walter, which is B Love's brother? So she did a video today at the doctor. Girl, it was all dramatic. She did a video at the doctor getting tested for COVID. And they did the rapid test, and it came back that she was negative. But she said she, been feeling funny. So Honey B Love did a video today and was like, let me shut down these rumors because I don't have no COVID. Because I guess people were saying that B Love had it too because her son has it. And they're saying that Cindy, which is Walt's husband, which is B Love's brother, has it. Now I went to Cindy's channel because I'm nosy, and she don't have no videos up. Her videos stopped last week, so I'm like, ooh, that don't look good. Because usually Cindy be doing videos. But I went to Walt's channel, and Walt looked like he okay. He sound like he may be sick. But honey, that girl, that young lady was like, y'all talking about they got the COVID? I'm going to get tested today, honey. And she put that on her channel, and I don't blame her. But see, y'all gonna stop going to these meet and greets, okay? Y'all don't know where these people coming from. Y'all don't know if these people sick. Y'all bunching all up together. Like, this stuff is still real. Like, it's still out here. We and some people wearing masks and some people not wearing masks. Like, I don't, like, here in California, you can wear, it's optional, except for certain places like government facilities, like the post office and stuff. You have to wear because they're under a federal mandate, not the state mandate. But other places like the grocery stores and stuff like that, you don't have to wear a mask. Now, normally, I don't go to the grocery store. I get my stuff delivered unless I want to, unless we just really want to go to the store. But usually me and my husband go to the store like late at night because the grocery store that's close to us stays open until 1 a.m. So we usually go like 11, something like that, late night tip. And it don't hardly be too many people in there. So, I said all that to say that I don't always wear a mask. But a meet and greet, and you around people that you don't know, you around B Love and her family, and they have traveled from Timbuktu. Like, they all came from like different places to get there to that meet and greet. And like this young lady, she had traveled, like, I think she said like a couple of hours to get to where the meet and greet was. You don't know where these people coming from. You don't know how these people living, and then you all y'all bunch up together. No, I ain't doing that. So B Love did confirm that her son has it. She said her and her husband don't have it, so they don't know where y'all getting that information from. And she didn't look sick, but that don't mean nothing. Just because you don't look sick, but I'm gonna take her word for it. If she says she don't have it, she don't have it. So, she said she ain't talked to Walt, but she don't think Walt have it. But she heard Cindy had it, but she hadn't talked to Cindy, so she can't confirm whether Cindy had it or not. But if your son got it and y'all was all together, you taking a chance. And the son was there at the meet and greet, and he was like, people like the girl that went and got COVID tested. I don't know why I keep calling her a girl, young lady that went and got COVID tested. She said, people were hugging and all close to each other and shaking hands and blah, and I'm not touching, no, right now. I'm not trying to be touching. I'm just like, I wouldn't go to a meet and greet right now. Not to be like that close to people that I don't know. I don't know, what their situation is. I don't know where they came from. I don't know if they're sick or, whatever. It's just certain chances that I don't want to take. I just don't. Hey, beautiful magic. So I'm pretty sure um, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a lot of people, making videos about that because B Love said that she's been getting a lot of messages with people asking her, is she like what's going on? Is she sick or whatever? And she didn't look sick, and she said she about to start traveling and she got some things that she gonna do. I probably should have put some lotion on my hands. My hands dry, child. She got some things that she's getting ready to do. So I hope she don't have it. And you just out here traveling from state to state, dropping it off everywhere you go. So y'all be careful because it's still out here. And my best friend just got it. Her and her partner. They're finally feeling better. But she said that was like the worst cough that she's ever had in her life. She said she was just up all night coughing like crazy. Y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, please go on my Instagram and look at my um, IGTV. So this morning, I'm out here with Gizmo. He doing his business and stuff. And I saw a baby lizard. And I swear to God, I thought the lizard was dead because he wasn't moving. And yesterday, uh, it had to be the same lizard unless this mama then had a whole bunch of babies and they all over our yard. I had stopped Gizmo from chasing this little tiny lizard yesterday on the out here on the patio. So this morning when we came out, I saw him and he was just like that. And I was like, oh Lord, somebody done killed the baby lizard. I just knew he was dead because he wasn't moving. And Gizmo had ran over there and everything by where the lizard was, and the lizard was not moving. And I just knew he was dead. And so I pulled out my camera and I'm like interviewing, not interviewing. I was filming the um the the little lizard, and he was just there. And I went to, like touch the ground near where the lizard was, and you think that lizard didn't start moving? I was like, so you, so you ain't dead, child? He just out here running. He wasn't dead. So let me tell y'all what this means because not only have I, this is the second time that I saw that small lizard, unless there's more than one baby back here on my patio. So I'm gonna say this is the second time I saw him, or I saw him and his brother, or him and his sister, or whatever. But I always already saw the mama. I think it's the mama, cause she be sunbathing on these patio bricks. These bricks. The if you didn't know, brick and stone hold heat. So reptiles love. If you have a lizard, you usually have to buy one of those heating rocks to put in the aquarium so they can go there and lay down. They love heat. So every morning when the weather is nice like it is now, when I come out in the morning, that lizard is laying or sitting on the bricks to get heat. So it says, and I'm reading from Google, it says lizards are often thought of as the cold blooded creatures, but in some cultures they are symbols of transformation. They have long been associated with change and growth because of their ability to shed their skin. The lizard is also a symbolic animal that represents healing and spiritual growth. There are no coincidences. When things happen, they happen for a reason. I had really been okay, so listen to this one. It says, what does seeing a lizard mean spiritually? Lizard symbolism is linked to sun, light, regeneration, and renewal. It is a symbol of good fortune in some cultures, but also of death and uncleanliness in the Bible. Lizards are patient, determined, and have the ability to blend into their surroundings. And so the little area where this lizard hangs out at, there is brick and stone work. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. But if you go look at that video, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And down in there is the rose bush. It's a planter where the lizard is. But behind our gate, behind this wrought iron gate, is a slope. And that's where all the little animals be, back there. So I'm pretty sure they're coming from back there. But these lizards are native to this area because when we have been over at the park, we've seen them running around in that area also. So I really have been feeling, um, not depressed. I don't want to say depressed because that's too deep of a word. And I'm not depressed because, you know, I'm very grateful for where we are. But I've just been feeling some days kind of sad because, the houses that we have wanted, um, because of the housing market right now, we haven't been able to get. And I really, really wanted to be in my own house for the summer. Like, I wanted to enjoy the summer, like in my own place. I wanted a little swimming pool, and I just wanted it to be mine. It's just different when you're in someone else's place. And when I see things like that that touch me spiritually, like I see this mama lizard every morning when it's nice and warm. Because when I bring Gizmo out in the morning, I usually sit in the same spot, which is kind of like in the sun. Because I like to, have my little son in the morning. Also, like I could sit over here where I'm sitting under the gazebo in the shade. But when I come out, oh Lord, look at that squirrel. I wish y'all could see him. He is, y'all ain't gonna be able to see him because he running too fast. Oh Lord, he running on that, he trying to get over here to this tree. Oh, he even went over in the neighbor's yard. Um, I could sit here in the shade, but in the morning, I want to come out and get some sun and stuff. So when I do that, I see the little lizard. And I'm like, after I saw him the first time, or her, I was like, okay, that was a fluke. But then when I kept seeing the lizard every morning, I was like, let me look and see what, I'm a Leo. It's Leo season, August the 17th. Let me see what this whole, is there a message behind me seeing this lizard, or, what's going on? So it made me feel good to know that, it's a very positive message behind seeing this lizard. I love animals, period. I have, when my kids was growing up, we have had every, uh, everything that you can keep in a cage or a terrarium or, something we have had. Fish, lizard, bearded dragon, eel, hamsters, mice, rat, real rat, not mouse, rat. We've had mice and both of my kids had a rat. Of course, cat, dog, bird. We've had regular hamsters and a little dwarf hamsters, frog, guinea pig. I mean, we have run the gamut when it comes to pets. I've always loved animals. I still um, love animals. I probably would like to have like another um, hamster, not another guinea pig because they require way too much work. Like I never ever want to do that. Guinea pig, no. They are cute as pie, but they stink and they require too much work. Ah, Taurus and Sagittarius in the house. Capricorn is in the house. Yep, Leo is ruled by the sun. Most Leos love sun though. You know, cats love sun. They love to find a nice sunny spot to just chill. We've had cats. So I really believe it is, that the lizard is coming to tell me that, hey, everything is going to be okay. You're going to be fine. Just be patient. Just enjoy where you are right now. And that's what I'm trying to do. I guess that's like the hardest thing for me to do is to, when I want something, when I'm looking forward to something, the hardest thing for me to do is enjoy where I am now because I'm constantly looking at where I want to be. And that's always been me. And it's really, really hard for me not to, look into the future instead of just staying right here enjoying the spot that I'm in now. And I always tell people that, like, enjoy where you are, but it's hard for me to take my own advice. And I have to do that. And I think until I really do that, I'm not going to be able to move forward because you can't rush the process. You can't rush God's design. You can't rush the universe's design. It's already set up for you. So you may as well enjoy where you at because you definitely can't change it. So I'm trying to, figure out a way to basically force myself to be happy where I am. But the weird thing is like something will come up and remind me of what it was like, when we had our own place and our own space and everything. And sometimes it just makes me sad, like not having my altar set up, not having all of my crystals, not having like my ancestor altar is not set up. Like I don't have anything that I used to have. So it's different. It's totally different. Like, yeah, we live this house is beautiful and everything, but it ain't mine. And there's a huge difference. I mean, that squirrel just popped up out of nowhere. He came out of the next door neighbor's yard, ran the entire length of our gate, and ran into the next um, people's yard. But he probably got up in that magnolia tree because my next door neighbor has a magnolia tree. He probably got up in that tree. He probably live over there because we do see a lot of squirrels out here. A lot of squirrels, and obviously there was a skunk um, in back here somewhere the other day. My father-in-law said that they saw a raccoon back here once. So we are very careful with Gizmo at night. But the house has those sensor lights. So if anything is moving around back here, the lights will come on. And of course, when we let Gizmo out at night, the sensor lights will come on. So we are careful because that's the last thing I want Gizmo to tackle a skunk or, anything. I don't want him to get into it with any kind of animal. Don't be sorry, sis. It's gonna work out. Yeah, we do have sensor lights the all around the house, especially back here in the backyard. So as soon as you open the door in the backyard, the lights will come on. So he's never. Plus, we don't let him out. You're not coming out here at night by yourself. Someone always comes out with him. Even though those lights will come on, someone still comes out here with him at night. So, but when I get my place, things will be different. Things will kind of go back to kind of like how they used to be. Us doing our little spells and stuff. Beautiful Magic said, "Out of curiosity, will you in the future talk about the Akashic records?" No. I have to look into. I have no idea what that is. I have to look into that. I don't know what that is. What is it? I'm really on my crystal and meditation um, thing right now. I'm more into grounding and centering than I am being able to see into your past life. Maybe one day. But I'm not, I've never really been into, a lot of people are into past life regression and uh, thinking that you can go back into your past life and heal your past lives to make the life that you're living now more better. But I'm not into that. I'm into healing the life that you're living now. I really don't care what my past lives did. I don't care what they did. I'm hoping that they had a good time, and none of my past lives were ended tragically or anything like that. But I don't care. I'm more into how I'm living now. You know, healing traumas that happened in this 56 years, not in years that I can't even remember. It's enough for me to deal with that has happened to me in this 56 years than to have to worry about what one of my other past lives did. Because you could have been a man, you could have been a woman, you could have been a cat, dog, whatever in your past life. I don't care. I hope they had a good time. I only care about the 56 years that I've been in this body. That's all I care about. Like, this weekend, me and my youngest son, had a falling out. We still out with each other. Now, we didn't fell out before, so this is nothing new. And I don't, I'm not one to hold grudges. I used to be, but I'm not now. I've healed from a lot of that because I know that a lot of his issues really don't have anything to do with me. They're his own traumas that he haven't hasn't healed from. It's not me, and I'm not holding space for nobody else's trauma, even for people that I brought into this world. That's something that you have to deal with because I can't heal you, especially if you don't think you need to be healed. So this weekend we had a little issue, and the full moon this time, I think, brought up a lot of um, emotional baggage for people. And it seemed like this full moon opened up everybody's throat chakra, and they were just able to speak whatever it was they felt like speaking without even considering other people's feelings. Like when I looked at the baby and all of that stuff that he was saying, I was like, "Ooh, his throat chakra just opened up," and he just spewed out stuff that, had he been thinking, or had the planets not been aligned the way they were, he may have kept that to himself. But the full moon was like, go on and spit that out. Go on ahead and have that verbal diarrhea and let people know how you really feel. Because, honey, my son came at me with both barrels cocked. Do you hear me? He gave it to me this weekend. And what can I do? I just had to take it. I just took it. I was like, okay, well, if that's how you really feel, at least now I know. Because obviously, you have been holding that in. You've been feeling this for a long time. And you've been holding that in. And normally, this is the attitude that I take with my kids. If you feeling froggish, I'm gonna need you to leap. I'm gonna need you to leap. Now, when you leap, just know that me and you gonna be leaping at the same time. But this is one time that I stood down. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just let him talk. I didn't say nothing. I just literally let him hang himself. And do you know that he tangled himself up in a web that I know he thinking now, how am I gonna get out of this? How am I gonna call her? Because I know her. I know my mama done wrote all this shit down. I know her. I know he thinking, how am I gonna get out of this? Because honey, he ripped himself a new asshole with my name on it. So this was an interesting this was a interesting weekend. This full moon had people out here acting a complete fool. A fool. Do you hear me? Honey, he wrote a check. That check bounced all over California. So now he's sitting at home probably trying to figure out, should I call my mama? Is she ever going to call me? Because no, I'm not. I'm most definitely not. You gonna have to call and apologize. We gonna have to talk this one out. We are definitely gonna have to talk this one out because he said some things that I didn't even know you felt like that. You 30 something years old. I didn't know you felt like that. You could have been told me this shit. You didn't have to wait till you got mad to, you know how people get mad at you and then they want to throw every thing you done ever did up in your face. So, honey, we most definitely would have to have a come to Jesus moment. Girl, he lost it Saturday. It was Saturday, and I think all of this started Friday. And by Saturday he lost it. He was like, you know how you get on a lake and you think the lake is frozen, and it just start cracking where you are starts cracking, and you get out on one of those lakes that's not completely frozen, like that crack can go on for a while before you actually fall in. Okay, so Friday he got out on the lake, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm out here, I'm out here, I'm out here, I'm out here. And then Saturday the lake started cracking, and he had got so far out by Saturday that by Sunday he fell in. Just fell in. Do you hear me? Fell completely in. Oh, Sunday was a shit storm. So now he's trying to figure out, how am I going to call my mother, and how, because he know I ain't calling. I'm definitely not calling. Hi, Cornelia Kenny. Been there. My sister, my kids, especially my daughter, came after me with both barrels. Also, told me when she was younger she wanted to kill me. Girl, I don't know what's wrong with these kids. My son, well, my son didn't go that far. He didn't go that far. He probably wanted to though. It was probably in the back of his mind, but he probably was like, "No, that's too much." But see, the old Omo Ocean would have fixed a couple of chicken feet, dressed them up real nice, and went over there and put them on the porch of his apartment. Now, that's the old Omo Ocean. He better be glad that all my chakras are aligned, and I'm not out here on that revenge tip like I used to be. See, I'm too centered and grounded right now to make your life miserable, because every morning he will wake up to go to work and there will be something different on his porch. Okay? Because there's a place in my area called the Bone Room, and you can get a bone of any animal you want. I'll put a whole cat head on your porch with a note. Don't play with me. I am definitely not the one. And I can drive now. You will wake up to a surprise every morning. Because I get up early. I can set an alarm and get up way before you. If I have to do it at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, I most definitely will. And he don't live that far from me. I will have a surprise waiting on you every morning. So he better be glad that my thinking has changed, and I'm on my crystal meditation, walking around in the grass barefoot, making my crystal water. He better be glad I'm there, cause child, I will hurt your whole feelings. You will be on Instagram saying, I can't believe, I know ain't nobody doing this shit but my mama. I know ain't nobody doing this but my mama. Cause she the only person I know. I sure is. What's she doing? I woke up and it was some chicken feet on a plate on my porch. What? Mm-hmm. Girl, I am too grounded for that. I am too grounded to be out here playing with these. Does somebody keep opening the door? to be out here playing with these people with these misaligned chakras. If you don't go somewhere and align your chakras and leave me alone, I'm on my Erica Badu right now. The old Erica Badu. Oh, somebody had my son allowed this last full moon to write a check that his ass can't cash. But child, I ain't playing with him. I ain't got time to be playing with him. I'ma let him slide. I'ma let him slide this time. So let me say this, and then I'm gonna get ready to leave because we already at girl. I'm on a whole nother level. I ain't got time. I don't have time to be doing that. Plus, right now, my see a lot of people getting a pass because my altars is not set up right now. So y'all getting a pass. So any shots you want to throw, this probably about the best time for you to do it. But don't get it twisted because if I have to, I will set up an emergency situation and get the job done. Now I'm hoping I don't have to do that, but I will. But let me talk about this whole membership situation. So all of my members, I have told you guys before, I'm mailing out the Oshun bracelets. If you have not gotten yours, it is because you have not sent me an email with your address. These are free for members and my moderators. So if you are a moderator for this channel, if you are a member for this channel, you should send me an email with your mailing address. I don't care if it's a P.O. box, as long as you get it. I don't care how you get it. Um, you leaving?
I'm gone.
You gone? Love you.
Love you.
You coming back home?
I might.
Oh, okay. Um, I don't care how you get it. If it's a P.O. box, send it. Send it to my email so that I can send you your package because it's a whole package. My moderators and my members are getting these gifts. Now, other people on the channel, if you would like one, they are $5 plus shipping. And you don't just get the bracelet for $5. You gonna get something else too. You're not gonna get the same thing, of course, that my members and my moderators get because my members and moderators are members of the channel, and my moderators have helped me out. The majority of my moderators have been here for a minute, and so I just want to give them something to, let them know how much I appreciate them. Now, another thing, the membership. There are card readings in that membership. There's more than one level. One of them, I think, is just like one card reading a month. One of them is a full reading at whatever level that you are at. Now, if you don't cash those things in or you don't tell me that you want it, I can't help you. If you need if you want your reading, you have to give me an email and let me know that you want your card reading or whatever, and I will send that to you. I need to get on a schedule and write everybody's name down that is a member and get everybody's email address. That's one thing that I need you guys to do also. Everybody that is a member of this channel, I need you to give me your email address because I need to write that down. Now, what's going to start happening is for my members and my moderators, I am going to start being available during the day so you can call me. The days that I'm not available, the phone won't be on. So you can call me if you want your reading. You can call me on the phone and we can, you know, chit chat. I'm going to be available for my members and moderators. So if you want that first hand attention, you want to. Did he lock that door? I hope so. Because I went in, came out the other way. If you want that first hand attention, you want to be able to talk to me personally, then you need to become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks, and that is going to be one of the perks of the channel. I am going to be giving you guys the business phone number. So I'm going to be doing readings again. So very soon. And of course, later on, we're going to be talking about the crystal shop because the crystal shop is up. The crystals that are available now are on my Instagram page, the B Lashana Instagram page, which is different from my personal Instagram. The only thing that is on that particular Instagram is the crystals, the actual crystals, and some of the jewelry that is available in the shop right now. So if you want to look at some of the crystals that are available, you can go on to the go onto their Instagram and look and see. So these lives, I'm going to pick a random person from each live, and someone will receive a crystal depending on what we talked about in that live. So today's crystal is going to be a rose quartz, since we talked about like the throat chakra and opening chakras. Let's start out with the first crystal being a rose quartz. So I'm gonna pick a person. I'm gonna go back through the comments, and I'm gonna pick a person based on your comment, and I'm going to send you a rose quartz crystal, and some information and a couple of other little pink things that correlate with rose quartz. I'm gonna start doing that too in some of the lives, if not all of them. We're gonna get this crystal shop off the ground, and we're gonna be moving. Okay, we got a whole family here, so we're gonna really start doing some things, and we're gonna all start helping each other. If we're having a problem, if this is supposed to be a family, if anybody is having a problem, I want us to be able to come together and support each other. Not this, y'all watching me like this real. We real people. You know what I mean? And I'm not so far away from you guys that I you can't touch me. Nah, you can talk to me. And I'm gonna make that happen. Y'all can talk to me on the phone. We can chit chat and chop it up and talk about whatever is going on. Phyllis say I love amethyst as well. Why do you sound like somebody who's coming out the back door? Okay, Phyllis, I'm gonna keep that in mind because I gotta send your package. So make sure, Phyllis, you send me your information because I know I don't have yours. Honeybee already got hers. Who else on here is a member? Somebody else was on here that was a member because the they post their little membership badge thing came up. Whoever that was, because I can't see it right now, but whoever that was that is also a member, you need to. They may be gone now. You need to, but I'm gonna put that on the community tab also for the people that are members to make sure I have your information. Make sure I have your email information because I need to put that in my book because the members also will be receiving like a newsletter. I'm working on like a little small newsletter that's going to go out from my email to all my members. You know, just giving you like tips for the day, like things that you can be doing, like where the moon is, what sign the moon is under. Like, I want my members to feel like they're actually getting something worth their membership. So the email is coming. There are going to be prizes for in the lives, and I am going to do some videos that are just for the members. So all of those things are coming. I mean, when we do move, and I get my own space, like things are going to be totally different than what they are now. So that's it, y'all. I'm about to go because if I don't, I'm gonna have to move into another chair because the sun is coming this way and it's starting to get hot. It's a nice day today. I wondered if Mr. Lizard did he um did he leave or is he still over there? Cause it was the cutest little lizard. I need y'all to go to my Instagram and look at it because I did a whole story on the lizard. Maybe tomorrow we'll do the field trip and um, we will. I'll show you some of the things in my yard that you may have in your yard that are spiritual and you don't even know that they're spiritual because we all have things in our yard because it's nature, it's natural. And all of these things have certain spiritual meanings that, we may not know. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow because it looks like the weather is going to be nice for the rest of the week. So that's it, y'all. My phone is starting to get hot. Um, so I appreciate you guys. I really do. I thank you so much for coming to this live. Did I talk about everything that I was supposed to be talking about? I think so. I need to start writing down, my notes and stuff. But if I didn't, we ain't gonna talk about it now. We're gonna have to talk about it tomorrow. So I don't know if tomorrow will be a live or a video because I don't want to do a live every day. So tomorrow may just be a video and then the next day will be a live. We're going to do it like that. Live every other day, not live every day. So tomorrow will be a regular video and then the next day will be a live. But wait a minute. What is tomorrow, y'all? Where's my calendar? Where we at? Okay. Today is Wednesday. So tomorrow's a regular video. Okay. So Friday will be a live. We'll do it like that. Every other day. Okay. So we probably will keep this time because this is a good time for me. And it seems like this is a good time for you guys. So around 1 o'clock, around there, look at your notifications. So let's try to keep it around this time because this is a good time. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is a good time for me. So we'll work on that. I love you guys so much and I really appreciate you guys. And I'm gonna go back and look at the comments and just pick one randomly and that will be the winner of today's crystal, which is a rose quartz. Okay? So I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye.